now it's all about cooperating, partnering up and enabling predictive maintenance in HVAC systems. And I have three panelists here on our IoT stage. Please welcome Julia Fichte. Here she is. Julia, great to have you on our IoT stage.
Thank you.
Julia, and actually before we dial in our two other panelists, what is your function within the company?
So I'm part of PSS Emerging Applications team, where we look into new exciting markets for Infineon and PSS overall. And I'm responsible for any application which falls under the topic of smart building. And within this topic, we had a closer look at predictive maintenance, especially for HVAC systems.
Good to know, predictive maintenance. And here are our two other panelists, Gennady Borisov from Klika Tech and, of course, Brinter Köter from AWS. Julia, let me start with you. Can you shortly describe what you are jointly working on?
Of course. So to put it in a nutshell, AWS, Klika Tech, and Infineon joined forces to provide end-to-end solutions for predictive maintenance in HVAC system. And thanks to the different expertise that AWS, Klika Tech, and Infineon bring together to the table, we can really provide a one-stop shop for our customers. And to make it maybe a bit more tangible, we created last year a demonstrator for predictive maintenance in HVAC systems, which we showcased in October Tech in Singapore last year. And it really highlighted the value add that sensors can bring, together with cloud connectivity and software for anomaly detection in HVAC systems to enable predictive maintenance. And now we're taking this even a step further by developing an evaluation kit, which will make it much easier for our customers to enable predictive maintenance in their systems. And it will launch next year in January, which we are very excited about.
And let's ask Gennady, how does this evaluation kit help someone who wants to implement predictive maintenance in their HVAC system? Gennady.
Hi, pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting us and for a wonderful partnership with Infineon and AWS. The kit we're working on and launching together definitely helps anyone who is interested in equipping their machinery with predictive maintenance, understanding what's going on and preventing failures, obviously being much more efficient. The kit will allow companies and individual developers and consultants to really have everything in their hands. They need to build those systems. They wouldn't need to wonder what sensors to use, what MCU to pick, what cloud services to select, and how to connect them all. In short, that kit will provide a complete end-to-end, out-of-the-box experience to go from the idea to sensor, from sensor to the edge, and from the edge to the cloud, collecting, understanding, and acting upon data to deliver the predictive maintenance. Basically, it gives you faster time to market, it delivers much smaller development costs, and much easier design, where you don't need to wander from Arduino prototype to production components. You already have best-in-class sensors, MCUs, and cloud services working in concert together.
Gennady, thanks. And my next question is for the three of you. And I'd like to ask Brinter to actually answer first. Why did you, as partners, decide to work on this use case of predictive maintenance?
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me to be here. And that's an excellent question. What we found when we look at our customers and what they're looking for in IoT, a lot of them are really looking for things that will improve their overall environment. And smart buildings is an area that we see growing focus. And making buildings smarter is really about driving business outcomes like better control of operations as well as managing costs. And HVAC equipment in particular contributes both to the comfort and the well-being of occupants as well as energy consumption, accounting for about 1/3 of total building energy consumption. Therefore, really managing that uptime and predictive maintenance will improve energy efficiency of HVAC equipment. And this is really a growing focus of our customers who are building owners and facilities managers. And I think the net result of that is that we see that effective maintenance can reduce HVAC energy costs by anywhere to 5 to 40%, depending on the system or the equipment involved.
And exactly for the reasons that Prince had just mentioned, predictive maintenance will definitely become a key feature in the smart buildings of tomorrow. And when we think about how crucial especially HVAC systems are for the smooth operations of a building, it is pretty clear that this domain is predestined for implementing predictive maintenance in the future. Also because, as Prince has said, we see now the pull from the end users of HVAC systems, the building operators, and the facility managers.
And Janedy, from your point of view?
From my point of view here, the partnership makes absolute sense to provide an end-to-end service to our potential customers, where, again, selecting best-of-class components should not be questionable item. We all have our respectful areas of expertise, and combining together what we would bring to market will definitely benefit anyone who wants to implement the predictive maintenance.
And Julia, if predictive maintenance is such a great feature in the system, so why don't we already see it more often today?
It definitely is a great feature, but of course there are reasons why we don't see it more often today. And one is definitely that it combines a lot of different elements into one solution. So on the one hand, you really need expertise in sensor systems. You need to know which sensors to use, how to place them in your system to collect effectively the data. But then you also need to understand how to read the data from the sensors, have expertise in data analytics, and also in cloud connectivity, which is a lot. And anybody who may just start on their IoT journey may be overwhelmed by this.
Janedy, you can add something?
Yes. Nowadays, disconnected systems rapidly go out of fashion. And especially looking into latest events where it is much better to do things remotely, especially for critical systems, as Brintha and Julia mentioned, which provide comfort and overall environment for people who are at the offices or most likely at home right now, especially if we're talking about limited manufacturing and industrial capabilities, where knowing about potential problems will help everyone to avoid those problems before they happen, rather than trying to address them when your HVAC, cooling or heating unit is out.
Yeah, I think as Julia said and Gennady said, there is a growing interest, and we're seeing a lot more equipment becoming connected. But I think when we look at it overall, what we see are several challenges, including really the simple and consistent tools and practices for actually taking the data from a building's subsystem like an HVAC piece of equipment, and then really applying a solutions-based approach. By doing this, what we see is that our customers are able to easily, quickly, and design and implement solutions like what's been built by our partners Infineon and Klika Tech on AWS. It really helps them to reduce their product development time and improve the overall offer that they're able to give to building managers and facilities managers.
Brenta, we have this point of partnering up in the title of this session. So let's get back to this point of co-creating something. Why did you decide to partner up?
So from the AWS perspective, we have a large partner network. And part of the reason why we do that is we see that the value chain, particularly in IoT, is very broad and complex. And it involves very many industry leaders, including Infineon and Klika Tech. So the value chain really includes those from specialized semiconductor companies, building automation, networking, wireless and wired operations, middleware providers, application software, security solutions, and systems integration. And what we're seeing is really in this ecosystem, although many players may operate in one or two of these areas, the actual end-to-end solution requires bringing partners together in a more cohesive way. And that's part of what we try to do with the Amazon Partner Network, or AWS Partner Network. We enable the hardware, provide connectivity services, and support the build of services on AWS. Few companies have either the means or the desire to develop a solution within the entire value chain because it is so complex. So working with partners like Infineon and Klika Tech to build on AWS really helps us to do the heavy lifting on behalf of our customers.
Thank you, Brenda. And Julia, shall we add something to this idea of partnering up, or do you want to refer to the point that some people are reluctant to implement smart features?
First of all, I would like to add that one reason why we all three also decided to partner up is definitely because we have such a high complementarity in our offerings. AWS offers the cloud integration services. Klika Tech has the high expertise in IoT development services and software, such as in condition monitoring and anomaly detection. And Infineon has the hardware expertise with our sensor portfolio, microcontroller portfolio, and hardware security. And this is why this is such a beautiful partnership where all three really can bring their best assets to the table for our customers.
Gennady, it's a beautiful partnership. You can confirm that. What is
Absolutely and irrevocably. It is a quite unique combination of complementary skills and areas of expertise, plus obviously leading portfolio of sensors and MCUs from Infineon, and obviously AWS cloud services, which allow us to put together this package.
So, Julia, then let's come to the point why some people are reluctant to implement smart features due to security concerns. What about that?
First of all, this definitely is a very relevant concern. Any connected equipment like a smart HVAC with predictive maintenance features can become an entryway for cyber attacks, but there are ways how to make your systems more robust against the threat of cyber attacks. And we at Infineon, we actually have a long-standing expertise in hardware security. And with our Optica product family, we can actually provide the root of trust, as we like to call it, by protecting the confidentiality, integrity, and authenticity of data and devices. And our product portfolio actually provides ease of integration, combines it with robust security capabilities, which can be tailored specifically to the different needs of the use cases. But of course, it's important to implement hardware security all along the data value chain. So from the connected equipment like a smart HVAC system up to the data centers where in the end the data is stored. And of course, due to this concern, we also implemented hardware security in both the demonstrator and the evaluation kit that we're currently developing.
So maybe we then come back to the evaluation kit and look at some more details. Which features does it include?
Gennady, since actually Klika Tech is leading our activities in developing the evaluation kit, I would like to redirect this question to you.
Oh, absolutely, thank you. The evaluation kit contains all parts necessary to start seeing the data as soon as you can connect sensors. It includes sensors and MCU from Infineon. It includes a free RTOS powering the MCU from AWS and the full cloud infrastructure on AWS to be able to connect, analyze, and visualize the data. Plus, it includes all the documentation and installation instructions. So literally, you can go from out of the box to sensor placements and seeing the data in a matter of minutes. And I have to mention it's all end-to-end secure, from the sensor all the way to the cloud.
Exactly, and this kit is then also an ideal starting point for our customers to test the value add of sensors and the services of Klika Tech and AWS in their systems for predictive maintenance. And of course, it also is an excellent baseline for further customization projects, which all three of us, AWS, Klika Tech, and Infineon, are more than happy to support our customers in making this a ready-to-use solution for them.
Yes, I would like to add that people would ask what sensors are in the kit. And if you look at Infineon's sensor portfolio, it is quite vast, and you would be hard-pressed to find a more broader portfolio. But with the kit, we focused on the current consumption sensors, airflow, temperature, and humidity, and you can plug in many others to create this sensing environment specifically matching the needs of your equipment.
Something more you want to share with us?
Yes, so of course there are much more technical information behind all of that, and I would like to recommend to anybody who is interested in that one of our webinars that we had together with Klika Tech CTO Andrew Major and our Infineon experts. You can find this webinar at our smart building booth in the IoT area, in our digital electronica show, and we actually also brought a video from our demonstrator that we mentioned in the beginning. So if you'd like to, we can have a look at it right now.
Absolutely, and Gennady will, explain.
Yes, it is much better to see. So what you can see right now is an actual demonstrator unit equipped with sensors and the dashboard, which presents the data pulled from the unit in real time. And by analyzing the data we pull from the unit, we can detect a so-called anomaly score, which tells equipment owners or maintenance personnel what's going on with the equipment. So again, I would like to point out that all data collection is real time. It is secure. It is delivered from the unit to AWS, and the dashboard in real time presents the state of the equipment. What you see right now is we're abstracting the lower outlet of the air. You will see that the power consumption, the current changes, it affects the anomaly score. And when we remove the abstraction, you will see that the anomaly score goes back to normal, so equipment is no longer malfunctions.
Okay, thanks, Gennady. Something more to say, Julia?
And I think all we can say is that we are really proud of our partnership and the solution, this end-to-end solution that we provide to our customers. And we're really excited for what is to come.
So, Julia, Brinta, Gennady, thanks again for this brilliant presentation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.